This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The Governor of the Central Bank says the Lanka QR system is successful. The government is ready to face the proposals of the United Nations Human Rights Council. Measures to amend the Local Government Bodies Act is in progress. The use of plastics will be banned from the 31st of March. The corona recoveries have increased. In foreign news, Perseverance about to touch down in Mars landing. The Governor of the Central Bank, Professor W.D. Lakshman, says that the digital system of paying money is successful. He said that there is progress in using the new system according to international standards. He made these remarks at a ceremony held in Galle today. The objective of this program is for the people to make payments on the digital system through the Lanka QR system. This system will help businessmen and customers to enhance their transactions speedily and increase the safety of the transactions. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the government is ready to face the proposals to be submitted to the Human Rights Council against Sri Lanka. Several countries are ready to submit these proposals. The government also emphasized that the proposals of the Human Rights Commissioner cannot be implemented under the constitution of the country. The government says the Local Government Bodies Act will be amended in order to increase the income of the institutions. This need is to amend the Act of 30-year-old to suit the present time. Minister Janaka Bandara Thenakon says another move of this program is to obtain more people's participation in local government activities. The Central Environment Authority says the use of items made of polythene and plastic will be prohibited from the 31st of March. According to a Gazette Extraordinary issued by the Minister on January the 21st, the use of several polythene and plastic packaging materials has been banned from use for any process, trade or industry after the 31st of March 2021. These include polythene or polyvinyl chloride PVC materials used for packaging agrochemicals, sachets having less than or equal to a net volume of 20 milliliters or net weight of 20 grams, except for packaging food and medicines, inflatable toys except balloons, balls, water-floating pool toys and water sports gear, and cotton buds with plastic stems, except plastic cotton buds used for medical or clinical treatment. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
We continue with local news. Army Commander General Shavendra Silva confirms Sri Lanka reported 257 new infections of the novel coronavirus today. Accordingly, the total count of COVID-19 cases reported in the country reached 79,194. As per the Health Ministry's data, 73,456 of the confirmed patients have recovered from the virus so far. However, 5,305 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres located across the island. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka has witnessed 433 deaths from the virus so far. State Minister Channa Jayasumana says it is important for all parliamentarians to obtain the COVID vaccine. He requests all parliamentarians to obtain the vaccine for health safety reasons. Sergeant-at-Arms in Parliament Narendra Fernando says 3 days have been allocated next week for parliamentarians to obtain the vaccine. They could obtain the vaccine at the Army Hospital in Narayanpeta from the 23rd to the 25th. State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral says the necessary finances have been allocated to provide the COVID vaccine for all people in the country. He also said that the government has taken every possible measure to develop the economy of the country. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Education says a program to start 796 new national schools will be initiated during this month. The program will be carried out under 2 stages. 123 schools will begin under the first stage, and under the second stage, 673 schools will be developed as national schools. 1,950 million rupees will be allocated for this purpose. That was the main news story. Watchlight is up next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight. Our city hospital groups are conducting several clinics free of charge. These clinics are conducted on weekdays. Special privileges will be provided for the patients who arrive at these clinics. Eye clinics will be conducted on Mondays and Tuesdays. A clinic for neurology will also be conducted on Fridays and Saturdays. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. Perseverance about to touch down in Mars landing. At least 2 killed as police disperse protesters in Myanmar. British Prime Minister pledges surplus to poorer countries at G7. The American Space Agency has released an astonishing image sent back from Mars by its Perseverance rover. It shows the robot heading down to the ground on Thursday to make its landing. It was acquired by the rocket Cradle that placed the vehicle on the surface. Perseverance has a large amount of data in its memory banks, which it is gradually offloading to Earth. Among other pictures is a view from a satellite that captures the rover in the parachute phase of its descent. This also represents an immense technical achievement because the satellite, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, was approximately 700 kilometers from Perseverance at the time and traveling at about 3 kilometers. At least 2 people have been killed during fresh protests in Myanmar against a military coup. Police used live ammunition to disperse demonstrators in Mandalay, local media and medical staff reported. Hundreds had gathered for a rally at a shipyard in Myanmar's second largest city. Several were injured, reportedly by live fire and rubber bullets. Myanmar has seen weeks of protests following the coup, which overthrew Aung San Suu Kyi's elected government. Boris Johnson is pledging to donate most of the UK's surplus vaccine supply to poorer countries in a speech in a virtual G7 meeting yesterday. He urged rich countries to back a 100-day target for the developing of the new vaccines for further emerging diseases. The UK has ordered more than 400 million doses of various vaccines, so many will be left over once all adults are vaccinated. But anti-poverty campaigners say the UK is not doing enough. To end this bulletin of world news, take a look at the headlines again. Perseverance about to touch down in Mars landing. At least 2 killed as police disperse protesters in Myanmar. British Prime Minister pledges surplus of poorer countries at G7. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news follows.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development news. 138 canals and tanks in the Galle district will be renovated. These renovation activities will be carried out under the Wari Saubhagya program. The Galle district office of the irrigation department says nearly 1 million rupees will be spent on this program. That was development news. We take a look at sports news next. Sports schools will be developed. 250 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose. The objective of this move is to provide infrastructure facilities in order for children to compete in national and international arenas and be victorious. Priority will be given to develop school playgrounds and to construct hostels. 12 schools are to be developed during this year with the support of the 3 armed forces. That was a look at sports news. Next we take a look at business news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon was recently presented the award for being one of the 10 most admired companies in Sri Lanka in 2019-2020 by the International Chamber of Commerce Sri Lanka, ICCSL, in collaboration with the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA. The award was accepted on behalf of the bank by its Managing Director S. Renganathan at the Bandaranaike Memorial International Conference Hall. This is the 3rd time the bank was honoured with this accolade. The award was presented to the bank for being a cut above the rest in terms of the value it creates for its shareholders, customers, employees and the wider community in general. That was business news. Economic news follows.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral says that the government was able to develop local business activities and enhance the local entrepreneurs even with the COVID pandemic. He said the government's objective is to strengthen the local economy. That was economic news, and next we take a look at the weather report.
Economic news, courtesy of
Business deals now easy. It just takes a few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
Hello, Putta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, the weather report. The Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in the western, Sabaragamuwa, and the northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts during the evening or at night. Fairly heavy falls, above 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places. A few showers will occur in the eastern, northern, north central and Nuwa provinces and in the Matale and Nuwara districts. That was the weather report. And to end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The governor of the central bank says the Lanka QR system is successful. The government is ready to face the proposals of the United Nations Human Rights Council. Measures to amend the Local Government Bodies Act is in progress. The use of plastics will be banned from the 31st of March. The corona recoveries have increased. In foreign news, Perseverance about to touch down in Mars landing. That ends tonight's news broadcast. Well, the MW Express will take off shortly, with MW himself at the steering wheel, and yours truly will also be there.